Hey, good morning, guys. It's Goose here, and welcome to STN Stock Talk with Ricky and myself. Ready for a great day today. Feeling good. Got a lot of, interesting things out there. Got a couple low floaters moving around. Got the typical large caps, just a couple earning plays. So should be a good day. Just let's stay patient today. Hopefully, you guys have checked us out over at stocktraders.net. We have a free trading floor over there. Hopefully you guys check us out and come see what we're doing. We do have a free trial as well for our premium side. We look forward to seeing you. You guys could ask us any questions on things that we're covering. And I go over this every morning. Everything we're talking about, guys, is just ideas from Ricky and I on what we're seeing pre-market. Do your own homework. It's not a solicitation. Make sure you read the disclaimer, understand what we're here to do. We're just trying to give back to the trading community by throwing some charts up and giving you guys some ideas on what we're seeing through our experience. So with that all being said, I'm excited for a good day. I know Ricky's got some good things on his agenda here, and I got a couple good names to look at. So Ricky, I'll turn it over to you, and let's get rolling, man.
Thanks a lot, Goose. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Stock Talk. Please share this stream. Put it on Twitter. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Instagram. Put it everywhere. Plaster that stuff up. We need more people, more eyes. We need to grow this community. We feel like we're trying to provide all this value, but we need your help in spreading the word, guys. Also, check out stocktraders.net. I'm telling you, we have all kinds of proprietary things over there, that big stuff that we're working on in the horizon coming up, like Tron. I mean, we've already discussed a lot of it. I'm not going to hit you with the details every single morning, but I'm telling you guys, you really should head over there and check it out. I'm going to jump right into things, guys. The only thing that I'm really focusing on today is the same thing everyone else is, and that is BLNK. I don't think it probably goes without saying that it's on everyone's watch list. Now, that just makes it that much more dangerous, but we do have other things gapping up, so it may not be as crowded as the days where you don't have other runners. But this thing is as dirty as they come under the hood, and everyone knows it. And when that happens, you get like this, you can tell by yesterday's price action, extreme FOMO. Like, there was room shorting in the twos, the threes. This thing is now trading over $5 a share, and everybody knew about the warrants at 425. So like, if you're shorting before 425, then are you not just asking for trouble? So you guys need to learn how to trade these. They move fast. They can really do damage to your account. And there's definitely going to be a really great backside to this trade, but you have to be patient. And that's what I'm trying to stress. I always want you guys to have longevity in this game. So if you want to trade this, come over. I'm going to be trading it today. I'm going to be waiting and identifying the turn, and I'm going to try to catch that backside, and we're going to fade this thing. So the OS on it's about 19 million shares. I guesstimated the float yesterday around 10 million. I wasn't far off. I think it's about 7.4 million. As I said, everyone knows about the warrants at 425. The price action should be pretty clear when those warrants start hitting, because there's so many of them, and it should be a possible race for the exit. Now, end of year, they only had $185,000 in cash, and they burned $200,000 a month, but they did the IPO/uplisting in February. They raised 18 million from that. So the cash isn't really the concern right now. But it's just a trading vehicle. Also, there are people that have limitations on how many shares they can convert to the common. So when these warrants do start hitting the market and the OS starts to grow, it's going to allow people that have these limitations to convert more of their positions without going over their limits. I won't get into the details of that. There will be future trades on this. If you read the filings, there's some upcoming dates that are going to be very important. That being said, you have to know how to identify the backside on something like this. And if you don't, just stay away, because this thing will hurt you. And, there's no point in giving back all your week's gains on one big loss. So if you would like to know how to trade this, come over. I'm going to try to guide the room through it, because once the backside is in, it should fade. The only other thing I'm really watching, guys, is PI. It's an earnings breakout. You see this nice long base that it's built since the last earnings. It's kind of gapping over that 15. I like 15 as a psych number. It's obviously not as strong as something like 10 or 20, but it's definitely still a good round number to have as what I'm looking to hold as support. So if we get an opening setup with PI, I am interested in a long on that. But like I said, guys, my main focus is going to be BLNK. So if you want to know how to trade it, head on over to stocktraders.net. And I'm going to turn it back over to Goose so we can hear what he's got, and then we're going to wrap this up, and we are going to start to crush it today.
Sounds great, man. I appreciate it. Good job on covering BLNK and being thorough. Guys, make sure you're careful on these low float names. I see a couple of them moving, the SEIIs and stuff like that. So just be careful. And we talk a lot in the room, and while the action's going on, when we're doing the screen share, that's part of the benefit of that is it keeps a little bit more emotion out of it and lets you sit back and wait, whether it's a retrace play we're playing or whatever it is. You take a deep breath and you wait for your entries, and you really look at the chart a little bit more thorough when people are talking to you about it. So anyway, I'm going to get right into a couple ideas that I have, and it's a very interesting morning for me because there's a lot of if this then that type of things going on. First thing I want to look at was Malencroft and MNK. And what I'm looking at, they came out with some numbers. The stock's up a little bit. I think they had their earnings call as well. And what I was hoping for, and it's kind of not happening yet, I saw an early push up in this low 14s here this morning, as you can see. And it's kind of stuttering out here in the 1370. I really wanted to see a push up on this 50-day area. I thought maybe I'd get 1450 to start a position. But if you actually go back and look at their last numbers that they came out with, it actually, I'm pretty sure we go back into this area, you'll see it pretty much closed on lows of the day. So even though it had like a $3 range, it closed, not on highs. Let's put it that way. So anyway, that all being said, I do like the potential fade on this. I don't need to be first in. Let's see if it makes a nice push in that $14.50 to $15 area. Not enough meat on it here. If they came out with the okay numbers and it's opens up in this area, not sure there's enough meat to fade it back for 20 or 30 cents. So I'm looking to fade it into a push. So that's going to be it on MNK. Moving right along, I'm going to talk about service now for a second, NOW. And this is what I'm saying. I don't want to catch a falling knife on this thing. So I want to be real careful with, but there is a real obvious technical level on this area here. And what happened is, I think during one of their conferences, it might have been yesterday, they had given some guidance, so it was a little bit off, maybe spooked some investors a little bit. So it's coming off about $6 this morning, but it's falling right into this area right here, as you could see. Which is very interesting to me. It's prior support area. You got the 50 and the 20-day hugged up right at this 167.80 area. This is a sign. I know it's just under 170, and usually I don't like longing right under the whole number, but with it being down $6 and having the range, I definitely want to see how it acts between this 168, 169 level. If it soaks up and holds, I think we would get a nice $2, $3 push on this thing back up into that 172, 173 area. So I actually really like this opportunity, and I'm going to keep my eyes on this for a long setup. I don't need to be first in. And again, a lot of these are if this, then that, but NOW looks pretty interesting to me here. And again, let's see, sometimes you'll see institutionally some of the coverage and things like that. If it stays heavy, then there's no trade in it, and we'll move on. There's plenty of other names to trade today. Lastly, I'm going to jump into PTLA, and this is definitely a if this, then that type of thing. I see a couple trades on it this morning, only trade 20,000 shares, but had the big push, the big gap up. It kind of faded back, and right now it's holding this $40 number, and I know that it dropped right just below it, 39.80 the other day. What I'm looking at is trading it off of this $40 number. Now, keep in mind, if one candle goes below and it trades at 39.75 and pops back up, to me, it didn't fail 40. But over a 5-minute window or 10-minute window, if it's holding, above 40, I'm feeling pretty good about longing against that level. I might take an early long if it feels like it's holding, risking 10 or 20 cents below, and then revisit it if it reclaims it. So there's a couple trades that I'm looking at in here, but if over 5 or 10 minutes it wants to stay below 40, I'll avoid the name completely, let it continue to come down into that 38 area and look at it maybe over the next couple days. But I do like the potential long bounce on this, and I'll be looking for my entry in the low 40s and looking for maybe a push back up on 42, 43 area. But I do like the opportunity on PTLA, and I love the risk reward on it. And I got 2 lows to go off of again. So anyway, guys, that's all I really have this morning. There's a lot of funny things. I actually was looking at my scans. A couple names didn't really have the volume. Zillow was definitely on my list for a potential long play. There's a lot of little things that I'm looking at, but nothing that is going nuts over. So just be patient. Wait for your setups. I was telling the room early this morning, 7:38. We were talking about how it only takes one thing or 2 trades. You don't need, whether you trade 7 stocks or 10 stocks a day, that's how you trade and that's your plan. But it only really takes one perfect setup with conviction, which, great entry for it to make your day. So just be patient, wait for that one setup, and let's have a great day today. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow at 9:05, and let's have a good one, guys. Talk to you in a bit. Back to you, Ricky.
As always, very well put, Goose. I think the main problem for a lot of retail traders is just taking 50-50 trades and just taking paper cuts when they don't need to be. Just wait for that perfect setup, guys. Hopefully we see you over there this morning, stocktraders.net. We're about to get it cracking. Everybody protect your capital. Get yourself a plan. Without a plan, you don't have a trade. Let's go out there and crush it. Peace.